Good morning. Let me share this. I didn't give any warning that I was going to go live. And I'm going to make this relatively quick because I have a kid coming here at 8:30 for me to watch him today. But I wanted to let y'all know what I'm doing for August, specifically when it comes to time management, because you guys all hear me say I work about 3 hours a day. And if you think about it, 3 hours a day for full-time income, you're not doing that anywhere else. But the only way I get away with working 3 hours a day is I am so intentional with my time. I create amazing boundaries. And I've worked on this over the last 5 years, because in the beginning of this business, I definitely was not. I was not great with my time. I did not have great boundaries. So I'm just going to kind of give you an overview of the 3 things that I do every single month. The first one is I identify my goals for the month. So this month, and I would highly recommend that you guys do the same thing. So this month I wrote down I want to sign 40 loyal customers, 10 distributors, and I want to help all 10 of them get Fast Start qualified. If you are brand new in this business, every time you sign a distributor, you have the option to get them Fast Start qualified. You get $150 cash. They get $150 in free products. And right now, if you get them, help them get their 5 customers in their any 5-day period, basically, reach out to your enroller if that doesn't make sense if you haven't heard the contest. But they get $100 in cash also. So the goal is to help them get their own 6 customers. You can do the customers for them, but it's kind of the whole teach a man to fish and he'll eat for a day, or give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day, teach a man to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. I prefer to help my distributors get their customers. I don't prefer to just Fast Start them for them. That's me personally. I'm not saying you can't help them, but highly would recommend that you put the time into training them and help them actually make money. That's kind of the whole goal with this. So, because, and then I write down, okay, what is my end goal in the business? My end goal is to get to Presidential Diamond, not end goal, but by a certain time frame, which is about $20,000 a month. See income disclosure statement, yada, yada, yada. But the reason is that is when my husband can quit his job and come home. He won't quit his job until we reach $20,000 a month consistently with this business. Just with, you gotta take in insurance and retirement and all that stuff. There's more to a 9-to-5 job than just the money that you take home. So we just try to be very smart when it comes to money. So if you're a Ruby, maybe your goal, or if you're not a Ruby, if you're going for a Ruby, or if you've not ever completed the steps of success or you don't do it consistently, a good goal would be just do the steps of success. Get 6 new customers this month, 3 new distributors, help those 3 new distributors get fast started, and you've made over $500 this month. It's not that hard. Another goal I have is growing my Instagram, my Facebook, and my TikTok. Another goal is retaining my customers and distributors by building those relationships. Guys, it doesn't really matter how many customers and distributors you sign if you can't keep them. I hear so many people that quit It Works and every 3 months I had to start over because all my customers left. Well, you sucked at customer retention. That's on you. That's nobody's fault. I don't care how good the product is. If I can buy it at 100 different places, I'm going to buy it from the place who treats me the best. So if you are not the distributor that is working that extra step to retain your customers, they're going to buy it from somebody else. People buy you. They don't buy the product. Now, they love the product once they try it. They fall in love with it and they buy into it. But it doesn't mean they can't buy it from whoever else they see on Facebook if they are treating their customers better. And I've had this happen to me too. I've gotten really good at customer retention lately, but my first couple years, I felt like I was always starting over. And then my personal goals is I want a better relationship with God. I feel like you can never arrive in that area, so I'm constantly working on that. I want to make sure I have solid boundaries. So a lot of that is sharpening the saw, making sure my priorities are in order. You guys have heard me say this statement a lot of times, but I love this business. I love It Works. I'm very loyal to my family and the paycheck that it brings in. I'm a green, so I have crunched numbers from lots of companies. If any other company paid more, I would be with them. I'm not loyal to It Works. I'm not loyal to Mark. Again, I'm loyal to my family. It just happens to be that this is the best vehicle out there. So I'm going to stick with it. Now, I've had people try to cross-recruit me. I don't plan on leaving anytime soon. If I did leave to another company, they would literally have to have that track record of 5 to 10 years in business, debt-free, like, y'all would know it was coming before it came. So I get the question a lot of like, have you ever looked at other companies? Yes, I have. There's no one that pays better, so why would I switch? It seems kind of dumb at that point. And then boundaries-wise comes with the time management. I like to get up and get my work done, mainly in the morning, and I'll show you that in a minute, exactly what I do. And then I like to have the rest of the day to be a present mom and not feel like I need to be on my phone all the time. And again, that's a big thing when I hear that people left. Oh, well, I was on my phone all the time. I had good time management, but I was on my phone. Babe, you didn't have good time management if you were on your phone. That's just what it is. And then I want to lose 5 pounds this month. And 5 pounds probably seems small to some of y'all. I have severe PCOS. If you don't know what that is, it's polycystic ovarian syndrome. Look it up. It sucks. But it hinders weight loss a lot. So for me to lose weight, I have to be on point with my workouts, my nutrition, 100% to lose anything. So it's taxing at times, but it is worth it. So first thing, just identify your goals. Take out a piece of paper and put on what are your personal goals, what are your business goals. Now, at one point, I had homeschool goals written down because that's an area that I was struggling with being consistent. I'm so consistent with homeschooling now that I don't need to write those down. Like, there's not any major goals I'm working on. It's just do school every day. Like, we have anyways, I won't get into that. But if you're wondering why that's not on here anymore, because those of y'all that have been with me for a while, you know that used to be on my goal list every month. I've hit it. I'm consistent. Like, I don't have any issues doing school every day. I have a clear vision of what our homeschool looks like. So that's not something I actively have to work on anymore because it is just such a habit and such a routine. The second thing is you need to link actions to those goals. So this is what I did. First off, I did it on a notebook paper, and then I just threw it into my journal. Let me see if I can flip my screen so y'all can see. Now, I'm going to be messed up because that's how it is. But, so, one of my goals is I want to go live on Instagram and live on Facebook 4 times this month each. So, as soon as I go live, I'll cross it off. I want to do, and that's going to help me with one of my goals, which is growing my Instagram and my Facebook. I want to do 20 Instagram messaging sessions, which are 30-minute sessions, and 20 Facebook message sessions. Guys, like I said, I'm running to presidential. I've been working off the ad system for so long, and I love it. I love the free ad system, also known as HAPS or Host to Post. And it would get me to presidential, but I don't know how quickly it would. Like, I'm actively signing 25, 30 new customers a month usually, but I would like to be signing 40, 50, 60 new customers a month. So I'm going to go back to old school messaging like we did for a while and still do the Host to Post. So I'm going to do both. So I don't want that to scare anybody, but if you're looking for bigger results than you're already getting, and maybe signing 15, 20, 25 customers a month is not it for you right now, or maybe Host to Post isn't bringing in the customers that you want them to bring in. Like I said, I want to bring in like 50. I'm doing 25 or 30. I'm going to do other avenues as well. So those are going to help me get to presidential. Where am I? Interacting with all my customers. So this is a big one. I've been going back to January. Typically I go back a year, but because I wasn't great with my records in 2020, then I'm just doing 2021. So I'm interacting and I am checking in with all of my loyal customers and all of my distributors that I signed in January, February, March, all the way through July 2021. That's going to help me with retention. Oh my gosh, I'm so backwards. I don't like this screen. I'm interacting and connecting with all of my strong distributors, meaning all the distributors that have been on our team for a while. They're actively working. They don't need checked in, right? They don't need checked in to see if they're working. But I just want to make sure, like, hey, is there anything that you need help with? Is there anything you want to see a specific training on? Are you having issues in any area? Is there anything that you're doing well that you would like to be shouted out for? Like, I just build the relationship, guys. Again, these are people. These aren't numbers. Let's see. Sending out birthday cards for September. Again, helps with retention. Sending out thank you cards to my customers. I do 4 different, like every Friday pretty much is when I do this. So I know it's going to help with retention. For Instagram, I need to finish unfollowing some people that I don't really vibe with anymore. So I'm doing unfollowing 200 at a time, 10 different days throughout the month. TikTok, I need to make videos and edit videos. So I am doing those pretty much every Wednesday. So I'm doing 4 sessions this month. Actually, I did one yesterday, so I can cross that off. Interacting with my potentials from January through July. And then at the end of the month, I will message for extra volume. If there's a sale that's going on, if there's a new product, whatever it is. And I'll just message the people that are on my potentials list that I've gotten good responses from. And I'll message my current customers, guys. And then my personal goals are doing a Bible study 9 times this month. And for me, that looks like 30 to 45 minutes sitting down and just reading and studying my Bible. Doing this month will be financial journaling. I'm following Ray Higdon's book, and then I'm also following, I don't know what the other one is, but Ray Higdon's book is the one I'm doing the most. Quick journaling is basically just like the gratefulness journaling that I do in this book. Clean eating / intermittent fasting. I want to do 20 days this month. I have 1 out of 5, so I'm not doing great, but we're working on it. Workouts, I want to do 15. Again, I have 0. Now, I have had many days where like we've been walking and that kind of stuff, but I haven't had like actual working out. And then 124 of these glasses of water this month. 4 a day is my goal. I need more than that. However, that's just what it is right now. 4 a day is what we're going to do. I'm going to unflip this because it's weird seeing myself backwards. So I have all of my actions written down, and I have a clear goal of what my actions are. I don't just say make TikToks. Okay, how many TikToks do I want to make? And for me, I don't do a number. I do time. So I want to do 4 sessions of 30 minutes each, meaning that I make TikToks for 30 minutes, and then I turn around and I sit and edit them so they're just ready to pop up or put them in my drafts or whatever it's called. I gotta watch my time to make sure I don't want this kid to show up and me not be ready. So anyways, all that to say, get clear with your goals and then get clear with your actions. Don't just say, oh, I want to grow my Instagram. Okay, awesome, but what are you doing? For me, again, I need to unfollow a bunch of people. I need to go live at certain times. Obviously, I'm posting every day, but that's, again, I'm consistent with that. If you're not consistent with posting, put that on here. Put that you want to put up 30 posts this month. Like, you can get as specific as you need to with any area that you need to. Maybe drinking water is not anything you struggle with. Maybe you are so hydrated, you got like, you know, your pee's crystal clear. Because that's what happens when you're hydrated. Don't put it on there. You don't have to put anything on there that you are not personally struggling with. Maybe you are a homeschool mom and you do struggle with doing school every day. Put on there, how many days of school do you want to do this month? And check them off as you go. So the last thing you want to do is now you have your goals, you have your actions. Now you have to put it into a game plan. What are you doing on what days? So what I did, I just took a notebook paper. You can do a planner. It doesn't matter. And I just wrote down, okay, what am I doing on August? Now, when I did this, it was August 2nd, so I just started with August 2nd. First off, I already know the things that I do every day, right? I update my 100 list. I do the 2-day follow-up. I return my messages from the night before. I check in with my new distributors. I ask 30 new people to put up ads. I check in on all the ads I posted yesterday. And then I do a 30-minute maintenance block, which is either like interacting with customers or whatever. And then that's pretty much it. Sometimes I think I'm going to start doing birthday messages again. I think relationship building wise, I think that's good. I also think I'm going to start bumping my old posts from last year again. I did that for a little bit and I stopped. You can always add things, guys. You can always take things away. If you search in this group, you search the daily task list. There's a list if you want to make $200 to $500 a month. There's a list if you want to make $2,000 to $5,000 a month. And obviously, the same list is pretty much what you're going to get up to 10 and 20 and 30,000. You just might add a few things on there or do a little bit more of each task. But if you can't find it, let us know. But it's in this group. And actually, I'll link it up there. I'll just link it up on the descriptions. If you're watching this on YouTube, I will link the group I'm talking about down in the box, and you're welcome to join. It is a group for all of It Works, not just my team. So anybody that is wanting to get a little bit more on marketing, a little less on sales, you're welcome to join. So I'll just walk you through kind of how I planned it out. Like I said, remember I needed to unfollow 200 people. That's something that I don't normally do. So I just wrote down every third day I'm unfollowing 200 people. So I added it for August 2nd, and then August 5th, and then August 9th, and then August 12th. And so I just wrote down. Now you could use a calendar. Again, I just used a notebook paper. But now I'm looking, for example, I'm looking at today, which is August 5th. And I'm thinking, okay, today's my day to unfollow 200 people. So I know I'm getting that done today. Plus my normal power hours. Now what I do is I set first thing in the morning, well, not first thing, but my first power hour, I update my hundreds list, I do my 2-day follow-ups, I return messages from the night before, I check in on my new distributors, and I ask 15 new people to hap. And that's usually around 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes earlier. Today, I did that earlier. At 1 o'clock, I hop on a work Zoom with my team. We do this every single Monday through Friday. And I check in with my host to post from yesterday and ask 15 new people to host to post. And then at 7 o'clock, I hop on another Zoom with my team. And you don't have to do this. I do this to keep myself accountable. I will tell you, what was yesterday? Oh, yesterday's Wednesday. I don't do Zooms on Wednesday nights. I did a Zoom yesterday afternoon. Like, my team does them, but I don't always hop on them. And if you're watching this and getting on Zooms overwhelms you, don't get on them. I get on them because I like to, one, encourage people. I like to be accessible if people have questions. That's part of my job as a leader, I feel like. If I take on people to coach, I need to be accessible to them. And the easiest way to do that is these set times that are already in place so where people can hop on and ask me any questions they want. And then I do also like it for accountability because it keeps me working consistently. And so the 7 o'clock power hour is when I do my maintenance hour, which again is any one of those like that I read off, checking in on old distributors, checking in on new distributors, and I'm going to show you in a minute what I do with those. So for example, August 2nd, I knew my maintenance power hour was updating my potential loyal customer and potential distributor list. So what I did is everyone I talked to in July, like I have them written on my hundreds list. And again, we call it a hundreds list because eventually it turns into a hundreds name. This is 100 names. This is not a list you make in the beginning of your business of 100 people you know. It's a list of the people that come to you that turn into potentials. So anyone that I get all the way through the price, the loyal customer script, they're ready to order. They just don't order. They go on my strong potential list, meaning that I'm going to follow up with them and I'm going to check in with them. And it might not be about the business, guys. I'm just going to build that relationship for the next 6 to 12 months. Once they're interested in something, they're interested. Now, if they tell me no, take me off my list, I am not a fan of the whole no is just means not right now. If they tell me no, it's a no. Like, I'm not going to follow up with you about that. Now, if you come back to me or you enter a host to post or whatever later on down the road, that's on you. You know, I understand that. But if you politely ask me like, hey, I'm not interested in this. I'm not going to ask you every month, like, hey, you want to join my team? They're not interested. There's 5 billion people. Go find somebody else. That's just my opinion. But let's see. And by the way, guys, I was like this. I had such a bad taste in my mouth with this business because I said no. And when I blocked the person that was messaging me, they turned around and messaged my husband. Now, I was interested when I was interested because I was telling her no, I didn't want to be followed up with. And if anything, all it did was make me not join sooner. I watched her and I kept thinking how sleazy she was. And then I found someone else who was doing it works. They were doing it the correct way, but I didn't know them. So I still went ahead and joined the girl that had originally messaged me because I knew her in real life. But I didn't follow any of her coaching. Well, there wasn't much coaching. But all that to say, I would have joined sooner had she just laid off, not messaged me, and just built the relationship. Nothing to do with the business. Again, I'm not saying that you don't follow up with those people. I'm just saying you don't follow up with them saying, hey, do you want to do this? Okay, so August 2nd is when I updated my list. August 3rd, I interacted with all of my main distributors, again, my strong ones. So that meant I went and I liked and commented on 3 or 4 of their posts. If there was anything that I saw that was interesting, I messaged them about it. Like, hey, I saw that you did this. So cool. If I had questions to ask, I'm just building a relationship, guys. And then I asked if, they needed help with anything. Today's August 5th. So I interacted with all of my July potentials. So again, I liked and commented on a few things, and then some of them I followed up with, some of them I didn't. If I just followed up with them last week and I've been following up with them, I don't need to message them. But I am going to get my posts in front of them by me commenting on their stuff. If they have stories, I watch the story and I comment on a couple of those. Tomorrow I don't have anything written down because we're going to be at the fair all day. So this is where it's good to look at an overview of your month and plan it out. There are going to be days you don't work. August 7th, I'm doing my thank you cards. The next day, I'm interacting with all of my June potential loyal customers my June customers and distributors. So anyone I joined in June. The next day, I'm interacting with my June potentials. The next day, I'm interacting with my May customers and distributors. The next day, I'm interacting with my May potentials. You guys understand? Like, you just take your task list that you made up in here and you plug it into your calendar. That way, you are not getting to the end of the month and you're like, crap, I haven't interacted with any of my customers. I haven't checked in with any of my customers. And then you have 5-6 hours of work just checking in with people and you get overwhelmed and you just don't do it. I'm not speaking from experience at all on that. If you just do 15 to 20 minutes a day, which is about what it takes me to do that, and that's because I've been doing this for a long time, guys. If I only had 3 or 4 customers from that month, it would take 4 minutes. So it's not going to take you 20 minutes, probably. A few of you it will, because you've been in this for a while and you do sign a crap ton of customers a month, which is awesome. Take the extra minutes and follow up with them. But some of you guys, you are brand new. You're doing that 45 minute to an hour a day list. Then one, you're not really going to have any maintenance for a while. And when you do get it, it's going to take you 5 minutes. So anyways, I hope that helped. If you have questions, definitely ask. Savannah, this was specifically for you because we talked about this. So I hope that answered your questions. And I will talk to you later. How do I...